It's finals time at the Diamond Power Sports World Finals. Hey, the ladies in green are here. Griff Allen caught up with one of our finalists.
Now, in the past, our Yamaha Minute has focused a lot of times on new technology, but don't forget that Yamaha has been making motorcycles for years. And you can even go old school, and you can get back to an old FJ 1200. And when you add horsepower and bodywork and you put a crispy rider on it, you end up with somebody who comes into the last event second in points. You got to be excited about first the machine and then also the championship hunt.
Yes, right now I'm sitting second place. The guy in front of me is already out. I think I got to go one more round for the championship. It's going to be awesome.
Now tell me about the technology here. You're committed to Yamaha, and why is that? You could have gone with a lot of other bikes out there.
I've always run Yamahas. I've had good luck with them. This bike is pretty easy to ride. It's a 1500cc, big compression. Lloyd Meeks makes an awesome motor. Big compression. Good cylinder heads. Terry Reed did the cylinder head. It's a Todd Athena's chrome moly chassis. It's a really good chassis, easy to ride. You know, when you're going that fast, you need to have a good chassis.
Let's move into Street ET for the first of our finals now. Debbie Knievel against Vince Woska.
And this is the teacher versus the student. 49-year-old Debbie Knievel against 18-year-old Vince Wasco Jr. So this is one of these races. It takes an enormous long time, but you see she's got the jump on him, and it's a battle of the brakes.
Well, she dialed a 1271, ran a 77 to keep from breaking out and picks up the win.
Debbie, a 1277 on the 1271. Well done.
Oh, I was just so blessed, so blessed. I just have my good Lord above to thank. It was a miracle. I feel like David and Goliath.
Hot Rod Cruiser, the next final up. Rick McWaters out of Bucyrus, Ohio against Larry Edmondson from Battleground, Indiana.
And even though the championship is already locked up, this is for bragging rights. This year Harley has won 2 national events, Yamaha 5. We'll see who pulls this one out, and it's Rick McWaters.
It's Yamaha #1 on race day over the Harley Davidson 926, 143.
What more could you ask for?
Just a great season. We started out rough, but on the last couple of races we come on strong, setting a record practically every race and winning. And I give all my thanks to Nigel Patrick at Patrick Racing, Yamaha, Keith McCartney's here, Leroy, our mechanic, and everybody else that helped us along the way. It was a great season.
And Rick McWaters wins the championship with 705 points.
Let's move in now to the Super Comp final. Bruce Sauer from Riddlesburg, Ohio, going against Mike Perry from Venice, Florida.
And Bruce Sauer is an 8-time national champion with 48 career wins, and he'd love to have 49 here.
Perry, a great hole shot. Oh, margin of victory, 3,000. Sauer dead on with a 6 to win it. Perry lost it with an 893.
Can't get any better than that when you drill the dial in.
Well, I've had a good day. Mike's a great racer, and just glad to be here.
You know, with the sun setting and the air changing, was it tough to be consistent?
Yeah, I kept adding time to the throttle stop to slow it down. It kept getting faster and faster and faster. And then when the wind died, I knew it'd come right to me. This win's for my mom, who's been feeling bad. Thanks, Mom.
And Andy Bomback will win the championship with 634 points.
Now we move to Top Gas, where we find Glenn Brown from Lorain, Ohio, against Doug Peterson from West Babylon, New York.
And by Glenn Brown reaching the final does lock up the championship because Ron Procopio went out early and so did Mike Konopacki.
The index for this class, 820. Brown runs an 822. Boy, Peterson wasted a 20 with a 7.
Glenn, champ, I tell you, you're slow ET1. You knocked him down at the tree.
True. It's just been an awesome day. Won a championship, finally got a win. Just great.
And the championship does go to Glenn Brown with 701 points.
Now let's go to the 600 Super Sport category in the final. Ryan Schnitz from Decatur, Indiana against John Hall from Hamden, Connecticut.
Knowing Schnitz is going to be running the NHRA Tour next year, he'd like to leave Prostar with a final win tonight, so we'll see if he can pull it off against Hall.
He goes out a winner, 968 with a 6, 139 miles per hour over John Hall.
We've done really well the last 2 races with this Kawasaki ZX6RR. It's good to come back into a class that I've got a couple championships in and to show everybody that I still got it and I can still win. Unfortunately, this is probably the last year for this class, but it's good to come out with a new record and a win.
And Chip Ellis is your champion with 660 points.
Super Gas final coming up now. Ken Niesen from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota against Mark Coulson from Zanesville, Ohio.
Coulson has already locked up the championship in Super Gas, but he would always like to go out as a champion at the World Finals. So we'll see what he's got.
Well, he had the better reaction time, but not enough ET. 991 wins it. Coulson losing with a 994. Let's go to top end again.
You won, and you beat a big name.
Yeah, it was. I honestly almost didn't get in this class at the beginning of the weekend, and I'm just amazed that I won. It's a really big deal to me.
And Mark Coulson will repeat his championship with 706 points.
Now we go to the Pro ET final. On the line, it'll be John Spooky Markham against Ronnie Woodall.
And Markham gets a great reaction time with an 012 to Woodall's 36. So we'll see if he can pull out this win. Woodall's got a lot of room to catch up.
Markham dialed 896, ran an 897 with a 4, 141.66 to pick up the win.
897 on an 896. You guessed it right and you drilled it.
All right, that's great. I had a tough component there. Ronnie Woodall raced with him back in the day. I've been doing this a long time, and couldn't have picked a better racer to be with in the final. Ronnie's a good racer. It's my first national event win. Lord's been with me all weekend.
And Mike Perry will end up winning the Pro ET Championship with 396 points.
And one final category remaining in the Sportsman, and that is 1,000 Super Sport. Ryan Schnitz from Decatur once again in the final against Ricky Gadson.
And this is Ricky Gadson's last pass as a factory Kawasaki racer. He's won him 4 championships and 46 national events.
Schnitz the winner, though, 916 with an 8, 154, beat out Gadson's 924.
We're really excited to win again with the Kawasaki ZX-10. The 1000 class is getting to be really popular, and we're excited to be a part of it and excited to be a champion for the first year that it's out.
And Ryan wins the championship by an impressive 270 points.
We'll take a break. Hey, lay that remote down. The pro finals are coming up next.